best of buys, but certainly not the worst. Fallen, presumably anchoring himself towards the A side of the map, and coldzera, that secondary orb, will be towards B. This is the full A commitment. This is what the pause brings, Anders. This will be a wall of smokes, and it'll be towards the bomb site itself, the step to jungle area, focusing on CT spawn once again. Molotovs in that area, trying to smoke, falling out of position as well.
Yeah, but look at where he is. He might actually be trapped inside of the smokes, and I'm not sure the rest can get to him. This could get really weird. Are they going to wait for it? There's Fallen already gone down. Device, straight AK shot to the face, and that's a lot of map control already for them. They're on the bomb side. The bomb is being brought in. Device getting him one kill, taking down Fur, looking for a third as well. He's going to take down Felt, cracking up the whole round, and now coldzera and Taco, they have to just make a run for it, try and save these rifles. It doesn't matter that they get that kill. I guess that's one way to open up an A bomb site.
Yeah, just sending Device to find 3 headshots, that's not bad at all, but they're being a little bit sloppy here. This could become a possibility. Maybe not just yet, but it's going to be Taco coming in from the A ramp. But if coldzera finds a frag, they might just go for this. Time ticking away, though, and as Charlotte's throwing away key frags there. No reason for Glaive to be in T-spawn to hunt the frag, but here we go. If this falls apart, this could be the end of the map, and the bomb is actually starting to be defused. This could actually happen, but he deals with it. coldzera now surely can't do anything about the situation. Trying to land the shot. It's going to be anyone's round, but the bomb should explode. A little bit difficult there for Astralis generally.
Oh, man.
They gave away way too much there, Anders. Considering it's a clean round, we thought, you said it, the CTs were saving at that stage as well. Just about goes in favor of Astralis. Here's the replay from Device as well. Very, very cool stuff from him. This is why he's considered one of the best players in the world. Amazing with the AWP as well, but he's no slouch with the AK. Great stuff. Not going to be quite enough to shut down SK's money just yet. And you can see why those kills are so important. Astralis, they don't give those 3 kills away towards the end. They have AKs here. But now, after winning the round on the T side, UMPs, Tech-9s, and Fallen, he's looking angry. He wants to get his kill back straight away. He's going towards the A ramp. He'll be in front of the smokes as well. This might not be the right play. It's another A execution coming in. Smokes all over the place. He spots a foot, I think. Not quite.
And this is what I want to see. I know this is risky, but this is the kind of Fallen I much prefer, and he's going to take down Device. Smokes up behind him. Mid-air shot! Oh my god, taking down Sip, and another one. Fallen trying for it. Felt set it back it up. SK Gaming, a 13th round coming in. This is everything you could have hoped for.
This is what we wanted to see in the semi-final. Fallen started to show up as well. AWP shots all over the place, up close and personal as well. The first one was good, but my god, what was the second? Quick scope to ZipX, completely picks him out of the air. Good lord, and that's a full reset as well. And the closing stages here of the second half, 13-12. There's going to be about $2,000 available. And ZipX, he's already bought the armor. It looks like they're going all in here. This could be the end of Astralis' run on Mirage. It's looking likely for the third map right now. They will take the tactical pause. My god, you've been calling for it in this entire series. You want Fallen to get up in their grills, and he manages to do it in that round especially. That's some vintage Fallen play. He's looked so quiet in this series so far, but with that play alone, he gets himself second place on the scoreboard with some electric few rounds.
This is beautiful. This is one of the reasons why, I mean, he is a legend of the game, and I think when he does stuff like that, there's almost no one that can keep up. It's just so fast and it's so precise, and that has got to shock Astralis. I mean, Astralis have been trying, I feel like, to sort of stretch out SK for a long time, hoping that they would break eventually, and I feel like now we're past that point. I think Astralis is starting to realize they actually are in this game. They aren't crumbling. Mentally, they're back, and now we're in a lot of trouble here. They have some grenades. They've got some armor here, Astralis, to just at least give themselves a chance. SK just have to play this one smart and slow and make sure they don't lose to this rush. Coming into the B bomb side, Taco falling back, but he gets shut down by Device. Good follow-up spray by coldzera, and one refrag happening from Sip. Still a 3-on-3, but the bomb is quite far back. He's trying to be planted here, and Phelps, I think he could have seen that. Shot in the face instead. Now, it's a bit risky. Tech-9s are dangerous at this range.
Absolutely. This is not done just yet. The retake will begin. Phelps getting dinked at the start, like he said. They're being quite cagey about the retake here. Glaive knows he has to work a bit harder, but he'll be taken down for sure. Third finds him. Up to ZipX now. Known to be great in his clutches, but got a hell of a task on his hands. He finds the first kill. Phelps is low HP as well. He finds his kill. He might just have a chance.
He's hiding in the corner. They know where he is. They come for him at the same time, and that's really smart. Fallen with a really wide peak, and then there's no way Sip, if he doesn't get the instant headshot, he just can't make up for that. 14-12, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of SK Gaming. the economy for Astralis, in spite of the bomb plant, just not good enough.
Yeah, it's in the bin right now. I think they have to take the ego to this point, allow SK Gaming to get to map point, looking likely to be the third map. That was a hell of an attempt from Zipex there, left in the 3 versus 1. He gets the kill towards Shore, and low HP Phelps in front of him as well. Like he said, if he gets that 1 kill against the AWP, he might have a chance. But SK very intelligent, facing together and making sure they give him 2 targets that he couldn't deal with. Round number 27. Going the full distance here. So it's not a full buy here from Astralis. It's not even a partial buy. This is upgraded pistols and some smokes, right? So they're keeping their money by the 2K mark. Next round, they're going to get $2,400, so enough for AKs at least. They're going for overtime right now. Sure, they have a chance to win this round, but mainly it's the plan that's all that's going to be possible for them. Oh, what are you doing? The Deagle's waiting, but it drops down at the wrong time. Zipex gets taken down.
Finally, something works out in the timing department for SK Gaming, at least. Coldzera, you can actually see the leg there. The bomb is being planted right in front of him, so this is a big win for Astralis. Now they get a lot more money. Still going to get shut down, it seems, Dupree and Kirby. Dupree, what? Picking up 2 big frags. Lining them up, and now Fallen and Phelps are in a 2-on-2. How is it spinning out of control? The bomb is being defused. Can they find the angle? 1 second left, and they will win the round. That's map point for SK Gaming. The drama is just, it's too much, Henry.
It's palpable right now in here. It's lovely to see Dupree almost shut it down there, and he's to play. So he manages to get the kill. Upgrade to an M4A4 as well. And it was the double spray down. Spots are playing connector as well. The timing was impeccable, but couldn't find a shot for the smoke. Intelligent smoke deployment there from SK just about does it. But Kiabi with the rifle as well. 2 rifles playing that direction. You thought they might be able to deny it. But 3 rounds now required in a row for Astralis to take us to overtime. SK looking to close this one out and take us to map number 3, which is Inferno, which will be sick, let me tell you. Device, he finds the first pick. It was Fallen going aggressive towards that connector position. Taken down, and a chance to calm it here. Astralis with the early lead here. 1 minute 30 on the clock. They go back towards A. This will be a full execution. Taking the defenses down. They know Fallen plays CT spawn. They can concentrate towards jungle and the connector position.
That AWP being out of play really gives you a lot of space to work with. And Phelps is on here. The grenades are raining in. He knows that he's just been called out in by a teammate. He turns around for the flashbang. Fur has to fall back. They check the corner and he goes down. That's not exactly great. Fur's going to get dropped. Everything working for Astralis in this round. They actually had the double stack towards the ramp. I thought that would have been working a little bit better now. Instead, it's Coldzera taking the ground glaive, but the bomb did get planted, so still leaves them in a really awkward position. There is a flank coming in by Taco, but I'm wondering if Device isn't already aware that that might be the case. Dupree sees the position, and Coldzera will be going down. That's 13 rounds here. Astralis taking a step closer to that overtime.
It's getting really close now. SK with the decision, do they buy into this? But Device, this was the key pick, right? And I love the assertiveness. Glaive is the in-game leader. He can feel things falling apart here. They get the first pick. Fallen, a key component to the A bomb site for SK Gaming. Back towards that full execution. Overwhelm it, push the CTs back. They get the initial exchange as well at the A ramp. Commits fully to it. The bomb goes down. Coldzera, a fly in the ointment there, but couldn't deny the plant. So it manages to go in favor of Astralis. So we'll take a pause, surely. Yes, we will indeed for SK. I will report back to you that they have bought into this round by the looks of things. Fallen dropped a weapon over, and this could be their demise. It's make or break time, and if they don't win this round, they have absolutely nothing left for the 30th round here. This is getting right down to the wire now. I give the advantage towards Astralis. I'll have a look at the final buy here for the SK side. They could have taken a partial buy here with his Deagles and PT50s and stuff, and had a full buy round number 30 and try and close it out properly. They're going all in. It still looks pretty decent. I can see 3 rifles so far and a Max 7. That's the caveat to this round. A shotgun for Fur. What's Fallen got? Has he got the AWP?
I don't know if it's been purchased somewhere. We'll find out in a second.
Is that another Max 7 on the floor?
Another one, yeah, I think it is.
No way. This can't be the play. 2 Max 7s, 3 M4s, no kits.
Not exactly the recipe for success, is it? Unless they can turn these Max 7s, I think, really aggressive. If you're just waiting around the corner, that might not be enough. And you see Fallen, he is fairly close, thinking something similar. Grenades are going to be put in once, and Fallen, he must have heard them dropping behind him for very close range. Sees the gun, he gets the first kill, but he's going to get instantly refragged. And now are they going to realize? Fallen here takes one, goes for a second, but pulls out the knife instead. Sip will take the kill, and it's a 3-on-3. But look at the health that's left on Astralis. Surely they can win this.
Yeah,
they've lost so many clutches already in these semi-finals. Now is the time to win one.
Such a tense round, Anders. Like we said, if SK lose this, they get $1,900 next round. That's pretty much guaranteeing overtime. The crowd's coming to life now. They can feel it coming closer. To SK picking up the second map here. We'll go towards the B side. The flashbang starts to rain over. Taco's aware. Can he find the frag? He gets the first. It's a 3-on-2. Zipex with the AWP. Not known to use this weapon. And he's down to 15 points of health.
It's all coming together now. Device getting a shot on Phelps, but they're still not really in a position where planting the bomb is easy. Cold Sierra and Taco are starting to move into the bomb side. They've got the health, but as you pointed out earlier, they don't have a defuse kit, and that can really come back to haunt them now. They can't possibly afford to lose this round. Astralis have got the bomb plant down. They've got the AWP on Sip, of all people, as really rare. Surprised they haven't tried and swapped that out, but maybe just not finding the time for it. And Cold Sierra missing a jump.
That's going to cost him 5 seconds, and that's not what you need when you haven't got the kids there.
Taco's moving in. He's looking for the angle, and there's not that much coverage from behind here. Sip could go down in just a couple of bullets, but now making the noise. Sip must have heard that. The bomb is ticking away right in front of Taco. He taps it a single time, but they're almost out of time already. There's the kill happening, and now spraying wildly. Device gets one. Cold Sierra with the refrag, but he doesn't have the time. Oh no, and you have to wonder. The missed jump. Was that the difference? We're not going to find out, but that's 14 rounds for Astralis. It's going to go down to the wire here, Henry. We're going to full distance.
It definitely contributed. The jump had something to do with it. No kids there. We thought the shotguns had done just enough there. Both of them finding a frag, but they couldn't do it. The 1v1, they find the kill, but not quite enough to finish it off. It's round number 30 now, 15-14. SK Gaming managed to get one AWP like this and then 3 UMPs. That's all they've really got to work with here. Fallen with the glass cannon. We'll see what he can do here, if anything. He needs to be the savior. Towards underpass we go. SK hunting for frags, so they can't sit back and allow execution to come in here. They need to be actively hunting. 5 players towards A side from Astralis here. Smokes will be coming in, presumably. They could go for the contact play, knowing it's low money. This is it. Last chance for Astralis to take it to overtime, and SK Gaming desperately trying to avoid going into that situation.
They must have realized there's nobody in underpass. They've got the advanced position over at B. They should have a lot of intel that there's not really many people on this side of the map. So they're starting to rotate, falling back into position by the ticket booth instead. Astralis waiting for the smokes to disappear from the CT side, and then they're gonna throw everything in. Now, SK, how do they respond? How quick are they gonna be? There's already a big flank coming in. You see Phelps is towards T-spawn already. Fallen just trying for the angle. He's on top of the ticket booth, not really connecting with anyone, and he's eventually gonna fall back. Cold Sierra sees the first kill, but can't get it. Instead he goes down to Glaive. Astralis fighting to get the overtime. Phelps with the wrong gunner, still picks it up. And Fur picking one up as well, taking down Glaive. It's now 3 versus 4, and the bomb has not been planted. Only 35 seconds left, and Sip up on the high ground. Can he make the jump over? This is risky. He's going to go for it. He goes down to Fur instead. SK Gaming 2 more kills, and we're going to go to map 3. Dupree out in the open with pretty much no backup at all. A very risky play indeed. Flashbang doesn't quite hit him. He's moved a bit closer, but now he definitely can't find the kill, and he's been spotted. 16 seconds. It feels like it's SK's time to finally do something here. Device will get 1 frag, but how are they going to possibly put down the bomb? Dupree, he fakes it a bit, and there it is. 3rd map coming up, 16-14. SK Gaming, they push it the full distance. What a team.
What an absolutely epic semi-final this is leading up to be. We knew the second map would be good, but I didn't think it'd deliver on that sort of level there. A gamble with a shot at the previous round. It comes down to 4 UMPs and an AWP to hold it off. The AWP didn't really have a factor there. It was the UMPs close range, dueling at that last moment. Astralis doing everything they could to take it to overtime, but wasn't quite enough there. One of the most epic games of Counter-Strike I've ever casted. So many clutches, so many high-octane moments there, Anders. That really delivered on all fronts.
I mean, if you wanted to find out just how deep this SK roster is, the fact that they can live through losing that many clutches, still win the map, still push it to a 3rd one. Yeah. Now, I think now it's Astralis being put to the test, because if you win that much and you still don't close out the map, somewhere in your mind you're thinking, oh, and now Inferno, so it can't get any better than this, surely.
It cannot get any better than this. Both teams very well versed in Inferno. It's going to be an epic way to finish things off there. I can't wait. I hope we just get those sort of clutches, that sort of play again, the kind of low buys. Amazing stuff coming forward, but Anders, I need a bit of a break. I'm sure you do as well, so should we throw it over to the analyst desk?
Let's do it.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Yes, we get a third. We were hoping for it. Crossing our fingers and toes. Inferno will be where this matchup is determined, and a champion will have a chance to either defend their title or lift the trophy for the first time. We're back in business now. Myself, Machine, woo, every time. Gets me every time. Duncan Thorenshields and Janko YNK Paunovic. Gentlemen, this is, Henry just said it, one of his favorite matches he's ever casted, and this was fun, not only to analyze, but just to watch and to enjoy. That was some good Counter-Strike all round.
I mean, not really fun to analyze, but definitely fun to watch.
Fun to watch.
I mean, a very scrappy game, a very messy game. You saw a lot of those, weird situations, a lot of clutches, a lot of times where Astralis, especially in that second half, would get the bomb planted time and time again, but SK was just doing a great job of somehow clawing their way back into those rounds.
Clutches after clutches.
This is why,
ninjas.
even though I say Overpass is my favorite map to watch, because it's all tactical, Mirage is the most exciting map to watch, because this is the one where T-side for both teams, it's such a sliver on either side as to whether you win the round, as to whether the guy does like a ninja diffuse. I mean, you saw the sheer amount of diffuse attempts also in that same game there. SK plays like it's 2014 with the retake game. You expect people to take over the A site, then you do the full retake, you hold off for a second. This isn't the way people play the modern meta of this map. You think about how many times you have someone up there, like the sandwich area, or he's up in the palace. I mean, this is it's a very unique approach to take, because you're thinking if you're Astralis, great, I'm on the site. I've got the site taken, hold my angles, but they lost the mass majority of those gun rounds.
I mean, what about that round where it was a 2v4 from Cold and Taco, and they make it into a 2v2 and go for that mad dash where Cold throws the smoke for Taco to jump on the defuse, and just barely Astralis stops that defuse.
What did you make of this, by the way? Kirby leaves the site.
We have that.
Let's talk about that later, Charlie.
You're saving that bad one.
I would say though, one thing I really liked.
This is a good one.
One thing I really liked about SK's approach on CT side, because obviously it was all about CT sides for both teams, is that they did play really far back on a lot of the gun rounds, but then towards the end, when those slow setups were coming, that's when they put aggression onto the low ramp. Actually, that's when they gambled putting people up there, because they'd been so far back all the rest of the time. So you're thinking, right, we can actually take a full run up on that, and even the rounds they didn't get, they still really put like the fear of God into the Astralis guys.
Fallen a little too spicy as well.
And two fantastic T-pistol rounds as well. Like normally you're used to watching highlights where people with USPs just pick off 3, 4 heads. People never got a chance to do that. They were just pushed off the site, smokes isolated, and CT's never even had a chance in the pistol round. I think how bizarre that is in modern Counter-Strike.
I really like the approach they took on their T-pistol from SK, where it was just a molly window, bursting through connector, and it just felt like, you said it yourself, actually, you said it perfectly, it made the USPs look inferior, which it made it
look like the worst pistol, even though, as I said, usually 90% of highlights is someone with a USP just tapping away at a guy with a Glock, and he can't really fire back in a sense, he's not going to get that instant kill.
That's why the same concept applies no matter the map. On the T side, you want to get into those close range battles, you want to overwhelm the defender so that they can't, have the opportunity to just one-tap you and go back and forth.
And I think in the end, this is probably the round that won SK this map right here and stopped us going to overtime, because without that, Astralis' economy was max, SK was in a lot of trouble. You saw they had some like rough buys towards the end of that half.
Double max 7, what do you make of that?
I mean, it's like we have to do, we have to play with anything at that point in time. But I think that round from Fallen, it's not, SK might still end up winning the round, but the manner in which they won it, basically with those crazy shots and winning, stopping the whole execute in a matter of 6 or 7 seconds, pretty much, that gives a lot of confidence to everyone on SK. That's when you really feel like, okay, we're doing this, this is our map.
Yeah, and something that you're going to be doing is a little bit of a review. Now, I did perhaps spoil it just a little bit. I didn't realize that was what you had selected, but there was an interesting decision being made by Kirby, eventually profiting him. Why don't you walk us through it?
Yeah, that was a 2v2 situation that we saw early on, and in the end, you just see Kirby pushing underpass, he gets 2 kills. Wow, he did get a little bit lucky, but no one thinks about it too much. But that was actually a pretty bad call, in my opinion, for him, because you're in a 2v2 situation, they're towards mid. What happens, for example, if SK just decides to go catwalk, as you will see here on your screens pretty much, this is like a completely viable option for SK. In that situation, you have Device who's all the way towards the A bomb site, Kirby is pushing B, but once SK is able to, set up a crossfire in the B bomb site pretty much, it's very difficult for you to defend. You have no idea where they are. They can push towards kitchen, they can, just have a strong setup towards catwalk pretty much, and that's very, very difficult to defend if you're not close by, if you're not holding a couple of angles already, if you have no idea where they can be. So in this particular situation, he decides to push all the way. They decide to go towards connector, so he meets them and gets 2 easy kills and wins the round for his team. But I think if you replay this situation 5 more times, he's probably going to be wrong at least 3, if not 4 times. It's just, the risk is very high and the reward is just not there.
Beautiful artwork, by the way. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, well, I work with what I have.
No, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's like me on Microsoft Paint. But here, this was the eventual situation. Kirby actually profiting from it. And that does show, you know, Duncan, you know, as much as this is an incredibly tactically heavy game and you do have those cerebral players and plays,
sure,
sometimes you just get unlucky or lucky.
Sometimes timing is just it. Like that really is. I mean, that's the reason why usually you never just isolate one round and you say, that's why I won or lost a game. Because the idea is I want to put myself in good situations 8 or 9 times on T-side. And then from that, if I'm the better team, I probably do win the map. You know, there's a great quote by actually the legendary player DSN from Fnatic who said, like, okay, maybe lucky rounds happen, maybe lucky kills happen, but in general, the better team does win. And that's why, because you get all these opportunities. So I'd agree on that one. Like, for example, Kirby got lucky there, but if he tries that like 3 more times, he'll probably lose most of it.
But that's the thing, in this particular game, actually, flanking and timings played a huge role. Absolutely. Because even in the second half, you could see how Astralis actually, when they were on the CT side, you saw them be aggressive. Like Kirby here, we saw it a couple of times for Zipex, for Dupree. That's not something Astralis is actually known for. They are usually a team who plays more safe, you know, more fundamental. And that was probably them adjusting to kind of try and surprise SK. In the second half, you saw towards the end, because Astralis was running, you know, set executes a lot of the times, SK had players on the flank. Even in that last round that we saw, I mean, that close range, awkward UMP, quick switch, kill, that was what made the round. If that player dies on the flank, they lose pressure from that part of the map, and probably Astralis gets Mirage into overtime.
That's something I want to look for in that third map, because think about how much Inferno you've seen Astralis play already. If you're SK, you can just go watch those demos. There's a lot of other ones out there against FaZe, Star Series. So now, when they play, I actually expect them to do some more of this. Throw some crazy rounds in there. Don't be the predictable default style CT setup of Astralis, because like it didn't always work, but it definitely kept the SK guys, you know, really guessing. And I think you saw both teams here really hesitant to actually get the bomb down when it was those tough situations, because they're always expecting that guy to be around the corner.
Well, this third map does need to happen ASAP. Bianco, I'll give you the chance to close this out with some of your thoughts and expectations for Inferno, and then we will head on out.
I think both teams play similar CT side in the sense that they like to post up the Opera in Banana, then maybe rotate that 4th player towards the A bomb side. You definitely need to have a plan how you're going to approach that. Astralis is very good at fighting even the double op setup. They have a lot of strats in their playbook, an explosive playstyle, which they can switch to, as we saw in that grand final in Kiev against FaZe on that third map, which was Inferno. So for me, it's up to SK to show what they have. They are the ones who need to bring the game towards Astralis. And even though they won on Mirage, there's still like issues within their game. So they need to step up even more to make it into the finals.
Indeed, FaZe wait to find out who they will be playing. It's all going down tonight, but we do get a CS fan's dream. Not only a third map, but it's SK, Astralis, Inferno. Your casters are ready after our break. But we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. Inferno will be the last battleground between SK and Astralis, and only one can play on that grand final in front of this crowd here, live from London. Right, we take a break, and while we do so, let's have a little look behind the scenes to see what we're up to when we disappear backstage.
Hello everyone. As we all know, an esports event, a Counter-Strike event, would not be complete without a behind-the-scenes tour, and that is what we are going to do right now. What we have here, guys, is a Daniel and James in the wild, ready to cast our first game. Daniel. If we head over this way, you'll see our wonderful analyst desk, legends in the game, legends outside of the game. It's lit. This is the stage. Our team's getting ready to go right now. FaZe on the right, Cloud9 on the left. Okay, welcome to a top secret location. We cannot confirm nor deny that this place even exists, but this is where the players warm up. This is where they practice. Practice makes perfect. Oh, it's James Cobb. Oh, you thought you could walk past. No. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm coming here to set up, so we're gonna have some scrims later, so.
And what do you think about anime?
Why do you do this to me all the time?
Because I love you.
I love you too, Paul.
Then we've got the guys here, producer Reese, Mike, and Nicholas, working together like a well-oiled machine. A lot of lubrication, a lot of it, swimming in it. Behind the scenes.
Thanks.
This is backstage, literal backstage, the actual player booths. This is one of them right here to my left. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Just like I said at the start, esports event, CSGO event, we had to do a behind the scenes for all of you. Thank you so much for supporting, and we will catch you later.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's map 3 here, the second semi-final between SK Gaming and Astralis. Henry, can't get better than this, can it?
This is what Counter-Strike's all about, isn't it? These big semi-finals, two titans of the game going at it as well. SK Gaming actually turning up in the second map. They're stealing it away from Astralis. We had all the drama, the clutches, the beautiful Counter-Strike being played, and I can't wait to see what Inferno has in store for us.
I mean, they survived all of that for 2 maps, losing almost every clutch situation it seemed, obviously apart from some really crucial ones, but They pushed it to a third map, Inferno. I still think it's a big unknown. We know both these teams can play it.
Yeah.
I think this could go either way. I'm a bit lost here.
Yeah, absolutely. Really disappointed to see that finish in 2 maps. Now we can see what SK made of. They started to come to life towards the end of the first map, delivered on the second as well. Wasn't the cleanest of performances, but that's what we've come to expect. These sort of matchups here, there are going to be scrappy moments, there are going to be tight clutches, and it seems like every single round is going down to 1v1. Astrala's taken the lion's share of them so far, but SK Gaming now firing on all cylinders, starting to see the big names turn up. Fallen as well. What a performance he had in that second map, finding the AWP and actually starting to hit those close range shots and keeping the excitement alive.
I mean, on a map like Inferno, if he can continue that style, we don't often get to see it. In fact, it's only in some moments of Counter-Strike history where one Opera has been able to do that.
Yeah.
And the obvious sort of choices for it is someone like JW, someone like Kenny in his prime. Guardian has been able to do it sub for a while on Inferno. Actually, interestingly, I think Device is one who's actually really good at opening on Inferno too. But if that battle can keep going on Inferno, whoever's going to be best at that combat opening, as Sponge would have said, they might actually win the game.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one for the AWP on Inferno. The T side especially, it's really difficult to make that work tremendously well. Obviously, you've got the CTs running around the map, going towards Banana, middle, apartments, doing everything they can to find opening picks. Terrorists, the only options at the start, really towards T steps, hoping you can find that first pick, but doesn't seem to work out. Once the round gets to the mid stages, that's when it seems to drop off dramatically. So we'll see who comes out on top in that sense there. But Astralis, I'm looking forward to what they can bring to the table here. They have a very loose style on Inferno generally. They like to stick in a 4-man formation, one holding the flanks and then feeling out the map, trying to get that mid-control first and having simple execution towards that A side. And that's what we've seen kind of develop as Inferno in this iteration at least. CT's playing very deep on the bomb side especially, right? They're not really necessarily challenging towards middle that often. They're waiting in the pit, waiting on the bomb site towards the apartments and trying to have the established crossfires that can shut down and take aggro away from each other. And that's really cool to watch sometimes. It's quite coordinated, lovely CS to watch.
It'll be interesting. I think we do have the knife round on the way, so any second now we'll be ready to get into the game. Someone that we haven't talked about too much, usually who's a big, I think, problem for anyone facing SK Gaming is Fur, and his aggressive style, especially on the CT side, can be very hard to deal with, very hard to capture. You know it's going to come at some point, but you know, still he can catch people off guard. I wonder if we're going to see more like that out in Inferno. I mean, if he can sneak in somewhere, that would be interesting. I want to see Fur be a bit more active, and as far as I recall, in the older version, he used to be quite good at playing this map. It used to be sort of a home base for him almost.
There's plenty of options to be aggressive on the CT side especially. We've seen it throughout this tournament, pushing down Banana, challenging for frags, something Astralis loves to do, using 3 towards B at the start. That's something this version of Inferno has lent itself towards. Like, you obviously don't have the smokes available towards CT spawn anymore, so he said 3 at the start, challenge that against the terrorists, dropping the incendiaries and having a real fun fight there towards that side of the map. It's obviously key at the start, and it's going to be interesting to see whether Astralis want to challenge that aggression, as we mentioned. And okay, Sanders, so we don't really know who's going to be our main pick there in terms of predictions, right? But in terms of what we've seen so far, do we feel like SK have done enough now? Do we feel like they've actually turned up as a unit and they can maybe run away with this one? We haven't seen them actually have a dominating performance yet.
Yeah, this is the thing, that this is my analysis of the situation. I think that Astralis had so many close calls, so many times where it was 2v2s and they ended up winning them, and in spite of that, it wasn't enough to actually break SK on a map like Mirage. So now I wonder if playing the third one, I think SK will have a feeling going into this. We managed to ride out all the stress and we sort of survived the storm, and now I think they're going to be more ready. I actually think this will be a more lethal version of SK than the one that we saw in Mirage. I still think it's almost 50-50. Yeah. I don't know how to call this.
Well, that's almost perfect to set the scene, right? That means I don't think anyone's a clear favourite. It's going to come down to those tight rounds, the financial situations as well. We saw some really avant-garde approaches there from SK Gaming. 2 shotguns, UMPs to work with. It's always going to be exciting here, full of interesting ideas like that to try and get his team over the finish line. It took 4 UMPs and an AWP to do it in that final round. Like, what kind of buy is that in round number 30? But it works out for them just about, and they avoid overtime there. So, here we go, looking like we've completed the knife, just waiting for Astralis to finish the huddle, of course, with the coach Zonic. He's always fired up, ready to go in there, backing his team up and trying to give them ideas. And presumably we're going to see plenty of pauses used into this game. It's been a kind of criticism we've had throughout the tournament that maybe teams aren't utilising those correctly. But in this particular stage of the tournament, you think all 4 will be used by either side, especially in the third map of a best of 3.
Well, I was getting worried for SK not doing the timeouts, because to me it felt like that what they were essentially suddenly saying was that, listen, we have nothing to talk about. this isn't working out. But I mean, they managed to pull through anyway. You see Astralis getting ready to sit down and actually play the game. I do think SK are going to start on the CT side and Astralis on the T side. I think this will be an absolutely amazing match. If you have any friends not already watching, go and invite them, get them to join. This has already been an incredible semi-finals, and FaZe are raiding in the grand finals for one of these two teams to make their way through that game. It's going to be off the charts as well.
Absolutely. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're ready to begin the third map here of the second semi-final. SK Gaming versus Astralis. Let's blow the roof off this one. Let's make some noise for Inferno. Will be SK Gaming starting the CT side, Astralis T side here. The buys are coming in. The P250 has been purchased by Device. Gives them a bit more range to the headshots. You can feel the room vibrating here. The crowd are ready. As we get into this one, the CTs, their initial setup, 2 towards B, and Phelps challenging middle, actually pushing down as well, trying to find the first pick, but it's Fallen to get the interactions first with the terrorists there, trying to get the one-taps going. Can't get anything just yet.
Just a bit forward. We've got the TSM chant back for some odd reason. Listen, Henry, these are your people. You're going to have to explain it to me later.
I have no words.
Sarko will be falling back for a minute. Could have been very dangerous. Instead, the bomb is making its way back from Banana. They've been sort of applying some pressure, just making sure Fallen doesn't actually know what's going on out there anymore. And now they're setting up for it. And look at it, Henry. Device, he's actually got one flashbang. There's a smoke on Glaive as well. They could be setting up for just a waterfall push out of apartments and down in towards the pit, and we love seeing it. It works so well, but the bomb has been dropped in the middle. Very good shot from Device, a crucial one, but Cole comes in with 2 headshots in return. And now down in the pit, Taco is waiting. Can he get another one in? He's certainly looking for it. He goes down to Kjaerbye, and somehow we're in a 2-on-2 again. Fur and Fallen coming in from the other bomb site.
Absolutely, no kid available over the CT side, but headshots are plenty. Fallen takes down Kjaerbye, up to Device now. He's got that P250, makes it a 1v1. One more shot will do it. Can he hold on here? So tense, could be anyone's round. It's ring around the rosy right now. Who's going to come out on top? It's unclear right now. Device doing damage, Fur feeling the pressure, but the reload's coming in. It's not clear, but Device does it. He manages to find the headshot. The P250 delivers 3 kills in total. It's a big round for Astralis to pick up there. It looked like they were losing the initial exchanges on towards the bomb site, and you can see the smile on his face. He's loving every second of that, and a complete opposite effect there in the SK camp. They knew that was their round. Cold Zera finds headshots all over the place, but it wasn't quite enough. Device does it with the upgraded pistol.
I mean, this is such a strange thing to be seeing, isn't it? Just the buying time, understanding where your model is so well that you're never out of position, it seems. That's incredible. A start for Astralis here, first round being picked up. Now let's see if they can follow through. This is actually, I think, an even bigger problem, a really big challenge on a map like this, is you win the pistol round on T side, you still have to face the C75s. There's 4 of them currently being picked up and 1 P250 there on Fallen. They are going to have quite a lot of firepower on the SK side, considering they lost the pistol. We'll see how that's going to be working out. Just a bit of a pause, I believe. It will be resumed immediately. Was that Astralis again? I think it was Astralis taking a pause. It's interesting how they do that after the big clutches. They seem to be doing that not just as a sort of one-time thing, they're doing that all throughout the semi-finals.
Just to know that, Anders, as well, Device had 1 bullet left in the PT-50 to finish that run off. Not just 1 in the magazine, 1 left in the entire weapon itself. How sick is that they actually managed to win the round in that sort of fashion? Either way, he managed to pull it off, and we go into round number 2 here. 4 spy from SK. Been very good in these second round 4 spies. There's a pick though. He's denying them the first kill. Takes it down in the apartments, 5-on-4. Don't need to overcommit here, but they want that quad side. They're trying to capitalize on the pick they picked up here.
Cold Zero, very elusive inside of the smoke. I'm surprised they haven't found him yet. They're going to be jumping down. They will actually see his legs because the smoke is up on the ledge, so that's very unfortunate. I don't think Cold maybe realized that. 3 versus 5 right now, and just an easy cleanup round here for Astralis, in spite of the fact there was a big investment for SK into this round. Fallen will pick up the UMP, and if you notice, he has $1,400. He's going to be buying an AWP later on.
He will indeed, yeah. Well, this round hasn't equated to too much here for SK Gaming. They get 1 pick. That's on Device, but Fallen now, he'll have the UMP. As he said, with 1 kill obtained for him so far, and with the save money as well. Taking that UMP the next round, that's just gonna keep adding to his total. If he can get 1 kill, it's an extra $600. That'll help him out tremendously. So bomb goes off, he saves the weapon. He'll certainly hold on to it himself. Try and get that one kill. That's all he needs this round, just to really make that a really smart save overall. But 2-0 for Astralis. Looking comfortable right now. There should be the pretty much full eco from SK, but as we said, the saved SMG will keep them on their toes somewhat. Maybe a couple of PT-50s in total for SK. That'll be about it. Should be just default pistols really across the board. Get into round number 3 here.
No kind of craziness coming up yet. Fallen's actually given it over to Fur instead, so...
That's kind of weird, isn't it? You'd think, I'm the AWP, I need that money, let me see what I can do.
And instead, Fallen's got a flashbang, so it seems like he's going to try and flash Fur in, maybe onto the top of Banana here. Fur moving forward and going for the spray down. Does some good damage, but not enough to get a kill, and Astralis should be able to just calm this situation right down. Good shots coming up from Device. And leaves Taco on the wrong side of the map. But even if they were coming here, it wouldn't make a big deal. Like they are actually turning around. At the Eagle, I don't think it's going to be enough.
I don't think so either. No kills, obtaining some damage. Taco might find one, but denied by Dupree. 3-0 for Astralis. Forced by in the second as well. Does make things problematic generally here for SK Gaming. They're going to have limited in terms of defuse kits. They probably will have the AWP, as we mentioned before. Lacking grenades, maybe the incendiaries won't be able to come out. So that means aggressive stance we discussed towards Banana. You won't be able to lock out the T's as easily. But they should have smokes, and this is the big round. We'll see what the buy delivers. So yeah, there it is. So 2 UMPs opting for more utility instead of firepower here. That's absolutely fine. But it shows that they're not 100% comfortable here. Falling with that head armor against 4 SMGs. That's actually a huge deal here.
Fallen not willing to contest it too aggressively, and those are the classic Molotovs that we've been seeing a lot on Inferno, especially that second one, trying to get all the way back first. Still picks up a kill on Device, and he's going to make it back into the bomb site. And that's a really big win. They're going to swap out just because he has almost no health. That's a good move.
Surprised the Device went up there by himself without any sort of refrag potential here, but he did have the SMG trying to find the first pick, but Fernal giving the AWP. As we get into the final commitment here from the T's towards quad, they go. It's Kiabi and Zipex chiming in with the SMG. He's actually doing a great job here. It's up to Phelps trying to do what he can, denies the bomb, but that's all he gets. 1 frag in total. The 3-on-2 begins. Low of low HP as well, and the AWP looks like they're saving straight away, Anders. That's it. Round over. It's the fast play of the apartments. The flashbangs were great. You could see how overwhelmed the CTs were trying to hold that position. The 4 does go in favor of Astralis here, setting the tone for the map so far. And that's the problem with those second round force fights. We've discussed that in length here at this tournament. You're limited in terms of you won't necessarily have 5 M4s, and if you do, you're not going to have the grenades. You just about get the AWP power, but that doesn't do much for them. He'll hold on to it. He's low HP, so falling through in that weapon to allow him to hold deeper angles and just go for one kills instead of trying to get multiple spray downs.
I especially love that smoke that lands, actually not in the library, but it lands all the way over towards Little Pit by Archway, and it's really good.
It's
because,
so good, isn't it?
Yeah, anyone coming out of apartments, they don't even have to worry about anyone standing over there. It's really a powerful position to be smoking.
It's, yeah, probably the greatest smoke we have on this map right now. It's using the pistols, it's using gun rounds. Like, it's just so good for getting players out of that apartment area, and the flashbangs would be so good as well. We didn't have that chimney flashbang in the old version of Inferno. You didn't have that option to flash out like that, and you got flashes from middle. The chimney flash as well can be so difficult to hold that off. So that's great work by Astralis, looking very good here in the 3rd map. We do have saved weaponry, of course, from SK in the previous round, the M4 and the AWP as well, so they can force around this, but this has been problematic for teams in this tournament so far. If you save a couple of weapons, of course, you are tempted to force into these sort of rounds, and you do have a chance with the AWP up. This can be quite limiting. If you don't win this round, the money's just going to be a problem throughout this first half.
Molotov's raining in, and look at how it forces forward, but actually he drops the bomb regardless. He's taking a bit of fire damage, but ultimately he's going to be fine with this situation. It's very impressive that he can play around all these Molotovs. He's got almost nowhere to stand, and maybe Astralis should start to realize that when that happens, Fur just goes aggressive. He just runs up to that wall and takes the fight. That's the same way Device died in the previous round. They got the kill on Cold Zero though, and that's going to force Taco up. He's not had a good game so far, and he's going to go down again. I don't think he's had any kill here on Inferno yet. Phelps will take one, puts out a grenade, but the bomb will be going down, and see what they can do. They've got no grenades left. SK, that's a big problem.
They've got the AWP as well. That's not ideal considering they're smoked out. 1 kit available on Phelps. Doesn't look like they're actively going for this one, Anders. Holding up and seeing if Fallen can make anything happen. I can see a player falling back. That's Fur. They have to give in once again. 5-0 here. The money getting out of control for Astralis right now. They'll have about 10 grand per player after this round, and SK, they can't get anything going whatsoever. This 8 bomb site's becoming a real problem for them.
And how do you deal with this? I mean, this is where you really need to kick it off and, I mean, maybe a tactical timeout. We've talked about this earlier, and sometimes we've seen them wait until, you know, we're at the 7-1 mark or something before you really start taking them. But I feel like from SK's point of view, they just had a big win on the second map. Just make sure this doesn't spiral out of control.
It's Taco who's in that pit position on the bomb side as well. He's on 0 for 5 right now, so that suggests that's what the real problem is. Nice play from Zipex, patient stealth there, but you can see trying to do what he could. That was Taco. He got Molotov'd out of the bicycle position, moved into the open, and only had the UMP to work with once again. Money's still available just about. They're saving weapons continuously here, but this time it's a decent buy. They get 4 M4s, the AWP out as well, plethora of grenades to work with. This time we're focusing towards Banana for the terrorist side. Molotov with the car pushes the CTs back. They won't be challenging at the start here either. Device on the AWP now. We mentioned this at the start. Difficult weapon to tame on Inferno on the T side. Let's see what he's made of.
Fur and Fallen holding the B side. No AWP there for them to help out. Cold is really far back. It feels like you're right. The pit and the apartments area is really hard for SK to control. Maybe the York could make the big difference. Cold Zero certainly very good with it indeed. Still got more than a minute left here, and Astralis haven't really shown themselves too much anywhere. They've got some control at Banana, but not all the way. They still don't know if anyone is sandbags, and they don't have top mid control either, so everything right now is really slow for the Danish side. Maybe they're anticipating some sort of aggression out of SK.
And they've been quite fast-paced Astralis so far, so that makes sense. Waiting for the adaptation, the CTs maybe trying to get their first pick, go towards second middle, something like that. It's actually Cold Zero on the AWP Anders as well, so that's a change-up.
Yes.
Fallen not necessarily feeling 100% comfortable here. Let's see what he can deliver. Cold Zero is towards Arch, and he'll have to fall back as he's smoked out. Pretty standard stuff so far, going for that mid-control with the T side, but this would be the final play. Smokes are good, and Taco once again feeling the pressure, has to move his position, but Cold Zero hits a shot and a double as well. This is much better.
Everything that they needed. Now rotation is going to start falling back, but I don't think this is going to catch SK off guard at all. In fact, Fur will have already heard the footsteps outside. He's rotating, fallen in, and with 17 seconds, yeah, I think it's better actually for Astralis just to save. As silly as it sounds, like what's the point in rushing into B at that point?
Yeah, they can't really do much. The bomb wouldn't go down, and Dupree, he'll steal away an AK before he's done here. So like we said, Astralis, they've got the 5-0 lead here, tons of money. There's no point in throwing that money down the toilet though. Like, keep it strong, 3 players alive. That round's done for Cold Zero. I'm sure we'll see the replay of how he picked up those 2 frags. The player is falling back. I assume he just hold the arch corner and managed to pull 2 at that point as well. So here we go, yeah, indeed. Easy shot there. Not too much of a problem whatsoever. They didn't really have much time to fully execute there with the smokes, locking him out, flashing him off. They had to take the wide face and got punished for it. So there it is. SK Gaming with a clean round there. Didn't drop a single frag. Reinvestment though, down to about 2K per player. So they need to start stringing some rounds in a row now. Just one at this stage really won't be good enough. Cold Zero is still on the AWP.
Again with the Molotovs to control top Banana. Grenade damage not going to be too impactful there against Astralis. And this time SK actually at least fighting for apartment control here. And even if it's just a brief moment where you show yourself, means Astralis are going to have to be a bit slower. They can't just sort of automatically win that fight. And top Banana lost for SK Gaming, forcing Astralis to use at least some of the grenades to get this much. And I mean, that in itself is helpful if you're SK. All right, now they are not doing much to find out what Astralis are doing. They don't have any real information. I mean, 10 seconds later, once you lose top Banana, you don't know what's happening anymore.
This is a full execution potential here. The bomb's there as well. We do have one player in the form of Dupree and Boiler, so we haven't seen many of this in this tournament. Smokes deployed. Molotovs will come in momentarily. What's the reaction here? Did the CTs try and push back? Did they hold in towards ruins? But nothing coming in just yet. They're trying to see the CTs dumped everything they had. They only have flashbangs remaining here. Device, AWP, seeing if we can open things up.
He's waiting in the corner. The smokes are going to fade any second. You can see a new row is ready to be set up here for SIP. He's been spending some time practicing. You see him going through the older lineup.
Yeah.
30 seconds on the clock. This is not a lot of time if you're Astralis. We'll see if they can make their way through. A whole barrage of grenades are raining in, and Fur just wants to buy time with a flashbang, but they're actually stuck out there. They can't really make it through. Finally, they're going to try and see if they can run through that smoke that was waiting for them, and now here's the pre with a kill. Kirby goes down. Fur trying a bit more, but he's overextended himself and can't find cover. Device will take him down. 4 versus 3. Fallen going for the spray, and it misses. Glaive will pick up the kill. And SK Gaming, they needed this round so desperately. It's not going to happen.
Definitely not going to happen at this stage. Is saving the weapons once again. That's really intelligent stuff from Astralis there. Trying to bully SK to drop every grenade they absolutely had there, and then baiting out that it might be going back towards the A site. Then another baked execution there. Smokes the city spawns once again. Molotovs on the site. They needed to find multiple frags. Their SK Gaming could only get one. Couldn't deny the plant. Came down to about 9 seconds once more, but Astralis finding the kills. Device shutting down the player in new boxes. So great round generally from Astralis. I think that SK need to start challenging Banana a little bit more. The fact that Astralis can get 5 players towards that side of the map and have full control to execute twice, that shouldn't be really possible, and Device finds another kill here. Lovely shot by him. Doesn't hold on to his AWP, but he's not worried about that. We've discussed in detail with him in the past as to his thoughts on the AWP in this map, but he does like to use it, but it's, I guess, not necessarily a requirement. We're going to round number 8, 6-1, and once again, SK Gaming clutching at straws here. The UMP's coming out. Mixed bag in terms of the buy, falling down to the glass cannon AWP once again. 6-1, certainly a CT-sided map still. Early days, but not looking great for the Brazilians here in the third map.
No, what a rough way to get started. Astralis, I would have thought that they would have taken more of a mental impact from losing that second map, but it seems like just the break that they had was enough for them to bounce right back. Big lead early on here on Inferno. The final map. Winner will get to FaZe. Against FaZe.
It's not bad at all, is it?
Well, works out very well, and that in itself has become almost sort of a classic, hasn't it? Very quickly indeed.
Meeting FaZe in the finals, this seems like they're there every single time, yeah.
Obviously, Carrigan potentially playing against his former teammates in itself is a story that's worth following, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Mid control coming in here, but it was Fallen who gave the AWP away to Coldzera before. He delivered with it. Fallen now spots one, hasn't pulled the trigger just yet. The flashbang comes in, has to fall back here slightly. Decides against the rephase in Taka. We did say he's having a really rough time in that pit area, still on a Slayer, 0 and 5. Taking him down once again, he's low HP. A lot of pressure here, Coldzera to step up.
Fallen is actually taking a kill against Dupree. I'm not even sure why. Was that for the smoke? We have to see that later. Taco goes down again. Cold picks up one, falls off the ledge, and he will get a quick double kill. At least it's a 2-on-2 now. Phelps out of the open. He can't transfer it onto Device. It's still going to be a 1-on-1. Fur coming in with the UMP from Quad, and actually Device making a lot of noise here. Go and check for the corner. Not quite going to find it yet, but he could maybe get a bomb plant in. 20 seconds. Tabs it once. That just allows Fur to get a bit closer. Device has no idea. He's going to fall down, and that's a round for SK Gaming. Scary stuff, but it will be a second round for them.
Yeah, one player surviving this time. Fur and Device going at it on the A bomb side there. Let's have a look at this shot from Fallen. So, okay,
right.
It's towards Quad, not through the smoke quite, but
look at it, 1 second later, that smoke is up. So yeah. Just imagine the timing that goes into that one.
Oh, it's such an interesting round there. Fur, he hears the bomb planted twice there, faked out by Device, but holds his nerve, manages to find the frag. But only one player survives for SK, right? Yes, they win the round, but still full investments required across the board, and we still have full buys for Astralis. All recovered, but UMP's out once again. 6-2. As we enter round number 9 here. Astralis took a timeout just to work out where they'll be going with this next round. All for Device once again, so he seems to be bringing it to the table more often these days.
I don't know what's happening on the screen. You've got to help me out, Henry.
No comment.
Give me anything to work with.
I can't help you there, I'm afraid. It's going to be round number 9. UMP, Famas's, a couple of kids there. This will be a double eco situation if SK go down with no players surviving. So big round here, and it's Glaive to open up first. Fallen with the AWP, trying to work a bit harder there at the start to find the opening pick. The first time he's gone that aggressive with Device, one step ahead of everyone it seems, as he finds the second frag as well. Dupree wanted to push through the flames, but not required here. He can fall back to his teammates, and Phelps with the hero play here, trying to push through the UMP, gets a double spray down. Now we've got something to work with.
Phelps to try and save the round. Coldzera will follow it up, gets a kill on the bomb. And now he knows that Dupree is up here. They've just had an engagement over on the other side. Taco's had to fall back, and he's on 5 health. This is definitely not done if you're SK Gaming. They can't afford to lose. There's Dupree coming in. What an angle to find against Coldzera. He never stood a chance. Now they've got a massive health advantage, and they've got plenty of time left here.
Oh yes, this is such a difficult situation for SK. 6-2, looking down the barrel of a full reset as well. Double eco will be required. Segregated. Taco yet to even frag in this map so far. 0-6. Phelps now knows he has to step up. He's already done so much work in this round, and there's another bit as well. Finds the kill, drops the bomb, gets information at least. Dupree up against it, rotates back towards the A side. If Taka can find this frag, all will be forgiven. He's hiding in the boiler for now. He can hear Dupree coming. He doesn't have to do too much as he falls back towards the apartments, just wants to deny the plant as much as he can. Might as well go for it. Plant is safe though. Oh, maybe not quite. And it's going to be Taka to find his first kill in the round, which actually finds SK Gaming getting 2 in a row and avoiding the full reset.
Hey, this is just a replay of the whole game, isn't it? Just in microcosm here. Insane rounds down to crazy 2v2s, and for once, SK actually come out on top. And I mean, Taco, the final kill, that's good, but Phelps there, over on that B side, flashing his way through the smoke and picking up all those kills. That was everything you could ever want. 10th round is coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. AWP on Fallen, sorry, and AWP on Device as well. See if they can make this work. They really need to string together a whole bunch of rounds. You need to see SK here pick up, something like 4 or 5 in a row just to start to feel better.
Yeah, still not looking comfortable. 6-3 though. They managed to get 2 in a row. That's something to work towards now. Fallen, like you said, on the AWP. Zera just machine up for him, and it's going to be aggressive as usual, trying to find the first pick. Fallen might have to fall back here, drops the smoke to buy him some time, but the flames don't reach him, so he can challenge a little bit longer there, but gets burned alive. Kiabi finds him, and there it is, another 5 on 4. You hate to see that. Fallen looked like he was safe. He thought the fire wasn't going to reach him, but then another Molotov drops in his path, and he gets tagged through the wall. And there it is. 1 minute remaining. Astralis with a huge lead here. I would suggest at this stage you go for the full banana execute. They've got control of that side of the map. They're taking the AWP down as well. They have a bit of presence towards the apartment side. Dupree and Zipex there alone. Dupree jumping out the window to go join his teammates, presumably. But Fur, he knows he needs to go wild here. Gets the AWP, holding an aggressive angle as well. The terrorists decide to fall back, and they've pulled rotations towards the B side of the map as well. Phelps in Speedway right now. coldzera and Taco, who've having a rough time on the A side of the map as well, and as they have not been efficient at all to try and step up here.
It's a good position for Taco, I think. Not many grenades have been landing here towards what we call the graveyard, and he's got the AK in hand. 17 seconds, there's Phelps picking up a kill, but they do a bit more. Taco goes for the spray, coldzera gets one, they line up, and they all get shot down. SK Gaming turning it right around, no issue at all, and actually no grenades at all for Astralis. They just walked right in there.
Yeah, much better from SK Gaming, looking composed now, actually getting some synergy with those crossfires on the side. This is falling, tagged through the wall like we said, and the last tick gets him of that Molotov. And it's SK recovering from deficits, time and time again. Phelps is a hero before, and you can see Taco working hard from the graveyard at that stage as well, using his teammate on the bomb site to actually allow him to get that spray down.
That was a team flashing the guy coming out of apartments, I believe. That was actually the one thrown from middle. So otherwise, maybe there could have been a reply. Fur in the corner will be a quick trade, but Fallen get the kill and fall back immediately, which is a good call. Kirby actually looking for blood. It's going to be his own blood this time around, and what?
How does that happen?
They're breaking all the rules, standing in the fire, killing their teammates. What's going on, Henry?
I don't know, but you don't see that every day. Anyway, Dupree now recovers the MP9. That's not going to help him too much. Throws the bomb around the corner, but let's see what he can do. Not too much. Fallen finds a first kill. To be fair, they weren't going to win that round regardless, but still, I don't think I've seen a team kill with a knife, and that's ended a round ever. So that's kind of interesting.
Losing just a couple of rounds, and the Danes are turning on each other. I mean, that's not reasonable.
Yeah, it's okay, guys. You still got the lead here. Sure, you've lost 4 rounds in a row, but let's be sensible here. Round number 12. Double AWP setup. This has been an interesting discussion in CSGO right now. How viable is this? It was G2 that really brought it into the fray originally. That Kenny S Shoxy combo was so strong for about 2 months. Then it's starting to be countered at this stage as well. But if you haven't used it so far, and it's the first time you're deploying it towards the end of the CTR, I think this is a great time just to bring it out, just to mix things up a little bit and have a bit more strength towards the B side.
Still a very good first half for Astralis, but SK, they had such a terrible start as well on Mirage, and they managed to slowly gain momentum over time, and something similar could happen here. I mean, we've already seen it a couple of times. Can't really count them out just yet. Again, we see the grenades raining in towards the A side of the map, and there's not that much of a presence here. In fact, almost none. coldzera and Taco are the only ones here. Taco, once again to the graveyard. He gets a kill, and that's maybe all he needed. But Kirby coming in with 2 really rapid headshots, dropping coldzera as well. It's a very good entry into the site. Phelps He sort of has to respect that smoke. In fact, he won't. He's just going to be creeping through. That's incredibly dangerous, but it pays off massively. Taking down Kierby after the bomb has gone down. Glaive comes in with a spray. Not really getting the shot in yet, and now the rest of the team has shown up here. He might have to fall back and wait for Sip. Who's hiding in the pit right now. SK Gaming, another clutch that they simply have to win. Sneaking in around quad is Fur, and that's going to be Glaive down and out now. Sip in a lot of trouble. 35 health, and he gets shut down Fur with an excellent headshot. SK Gaming equalizing the score, 6-6 now. It's working for them.
They were 6-1 down, and they've managed to have this sort of resurgence as well. It looked so perfect for Kierby and co. Getting towards the A side, what a spray down that was from the young Dane. And further, he goes one step beyond, manages to isolate the first player there, gets the second kill. Very nice stuff as well. And SK Gaming looked like they're finally turning up here in the third and final map. Could go either way, that's all we've been saying. If it got to Inferno, we have no idea who's going to win. It looked like Astralis are running away with it, not so much anymore. Might just be stuck on 6 rounds for the rest of this half. Double orb setup, shutting Astralis down.
Of an attempt to control Banana, but Astralis is less successful than they were earlier. They're going to be falling back instead, taking over apartments on the other side of the map. No real attempt to try and fight that Taco. It's so risky. Oh, it goes through the door, in fact. There's 2 sets of walls there.
What a dink there.
I hate to see it happen.
You really do. Breaks my heart.
This is just a classic setup on the SK Gaming side. There's nothing really out of the ordinary that's going on again, except I would say that they have an awful lack of information about what's happening. They can sort of hear that someone's shooting at Banana and they know there's someone up in apartments, but even top mid, which usually would, someone from the CT side would want to know what was going on, they just don't.
The good news is Fallen's towards back right. It's very uncommon to smokes or any sort of utilities used towards this area. It's looking likely to be a B execution towards the end of this round. This is where you want the AWPers to be. Able to find and take shots, fall back and stay alive.
And even more crazily, under 40 seconds now, Fur, who's holding the B-bomb side, still has a smoke and a Molotov, but he's rotating back towards Ruins just as they start to push, so he can't actually use the grenades yet. Have they seen Fallen? I don't think so. Oh, another team kill's happening here. The mutiny is spreading, and Cold Zero will get one on Kierby. Still a 3-on-4 here. Fallen takes a frag, and Glaive can't put the bomb down. Fallen now with a double, and Dupree, he was to be the flanker coming in once the bomb was down, but all of that is gone. SK will now take the round lead at 7-6 here. What a game this is, the third one. It's slowly starting to intensify.
Absolutely. We're getting to a really exciting point now. Like we said, Fallen staying alive in that background position. Like most AWPers will go towards coffins, which you find that hard to understand, right? Because you're mainly going to be smoked out or flashed out there, even Molotov. Then you have to fall back to Ruins, which is a horrible position to be in. Being in that back right position, we call this emo traditionally. If you can get here fighting shots and they're not really focusing on it, what a great place that is to be. Denies a plant as well. I thought that really weird by Glaive to just try and go for that plant. I guess at that point he felt the round was over, but he could have waited for maybe Dupree to try and do something, but it all fell apart in the end. 7-6. SK, after being 6-1 down, have actually taken the lead. We really have got a map on our hands here. It's going to be a little force by from Astralis here. UMPs, AKs, but he's got the orb this time. Must have had a good spawn. Surely be taken down. There it is. Device finds him, and he's going to strike even further. I think they should calm down, considering they just got the AWP. Could have fully committed, and they actually will go all in. Fallen now to challenge them.
Tries to land that grenade right on them. He's done significant damage, but I agree, running in after that is so risky. That could go wrong 100 different ways. This just wasn't one of them. 5 versus 3 here, and Astralis looking for a 7th round. And the fact that Taco's so far away and waiting for any kind of a flank makes you think they're just already going to give up this retake.
I guess at this point, you've got all 5 players, I guess 4 at this stage, considering that we've got Zipex on the other side of the map. You found the first pick. You've only got UMPs, right? You're not going to beat them in one-on-one duels at long range. You might as well just get in there and try and overwhelm the remaining CTs. And that does make sense on that level, considering they had lesser by there. So take that orb down, wait for a second for the initial grenades to come in. Smoke's deployed, and it's actually a clean sweep. That's very good. But Zipex surely going to be punished here. Yeah, Taco finds him, and it's going to be 4-on-3. But the CT either way, I think, but they do manage to save the AWP. Astralis tie things up once again. Going to the final round of the first half here. Double orb set up, presumably going to come out once more. Astralis with a slightly faster approach here, rushing Banana through the fire, through the smoke, and Device with the SMG up close and personal. Finds Fur, so I guess he must have had a really good spawn towards B, wanted to get that former car position and get the first pick, but that's a very dangerous move to make sometimes.
15th round coming up, and it's anybody's game. The double orb on SK side, that could be very interesting. Could also be completely devastating if you have to suddenly retake a bomb site on Inferno with 2 orbs. I mean, who knows what will happen. And, again, slow approach here for Astralis. No reason not to. Molotov not going to catch anyone this time. And SK have not really varied that much in their setup. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't tried to go for even peeks into middle, even trying to challenge maybe Astralis in second mid. Like, there are a lot of options that they just have not even tried here.
Well, I guess when you're winning this amount of rounds in a row, they actually got 6 together. I guess they're absolutely fine with the current setup, but here we go then. I'll be down to 33 HP. Bombs heading towards the B side of the map for now. CT's still passive at that side of the map. They want to be challenging with the first frag. It's happy to hold up with the AWPs on the B side. Mid control obtained. You can hear some ticks of damage coming in from the Molotovs, and this is another one. Dupree finds Phelps, surely going to get in him. There it is, very well played.
No time for him to react at all. Normally it would bounce off a wall first, so you could at least hear that sound, but this was really no delay on going down. They're going to wrap in towards Archway. Henry, it's our favorite play. Collapsing in through CT spawn towards the B bomb site. I know you love this.
The banana split, yeah, definitely my favorite strategy in this one. You've got the advantage as well. CTs have 2 angles to care about. CT spawn, they can't even see that as well. And players coming in from the entrance itself.
They're doing a good job holding on to the Molotov. He really wants to use the last possible second now. Instead, going to take the fight with the M4. He goes down, Fallen next, and there's nothing else they could do. Cold Zero and Taco weren't even rotating. It looked to me, at least, like SK had a pretty good idea of what's going on. They must not have.
I guess not. I was hoping that maybe Fallen could find a couple of kills towards CD spawn and funnel them back towards A. That's one idea, but that was perfectly executed there from Astralis. Getting that first pick to begin with. This round's over. It will be 8-7. Astralis winning the T half. And there's that smoke down. You had the coordination there. The players waiting at the banana area. Smoke CT spawn. Deny CT vision whatsoever. They're coming in through the ruins just as the players enter through the bomb site itself, and nothing the CT defense can do about that. Taco, yeah, he'll get some flashy shots, but nothing to do to win the round. 8-7 for Astralis after losing a spell of 6 rounds. Still anyone's game for sure. Whoever wins this pistol is going to have a huge lead, and I guess the map's not really established enough yet to really say it's a proper CT-sided map yet. Definitely not to the same extent it used to be.
I have to agree with that. And plus, I think just the lack of time that has been put into this map for so many people. I mean, initially when it was returned to the map pool, not that many people even started playing it, and then it's been slowly creeping back in here. But I think there, you know, even though the changes are subtle, they have a huge impact on how this game is played, this map is played. I think there's so much left to be discovered still. We'll see if SK are maybe going to be the forerunners for it. Certainly, they've got 2 smokes, a lot of setup here, Henry, in the pistol round.
They do indeed. Quite a technical execution coming in. Fast banana play. Device feels it coming. Eyes off a few speculative shots there, but can't find anything just yet. Zipex, same sort of treatment, but they'll leave the B side. We know they've pushed the CDs back to the side of that stage, so they can't actually get any information on that side of the map. Leave a decoy there, and Phelps as well, apparently, and they head back towards A, still with their smokes intact.
It'll be interesting to see how they actually manage to execute this. There's some great flashbangs you can throw over this building, but landing a headshot in Glaive is really not a bad way to get started. They're not going to try and really go crazy behind it, though. There's one going in towards the archway. Another one, that's the classic one we were talking about, towards Little Pit. So making life really hard on the people on this A bomb side. They're weirdly boxed in right now, and they're moving forward.
B split again?
3 men. Yeah, is it again?
Yeah, the bomb's at the bottom of the banana, so it makes sense.
Wow. They managed to get all the way into CT spawn without even being shot really at. That's not easy to do. Device long range, failing the shots, and Fallen gonna take a kill on Sip, and there's a lot of trouble for Device. He's trapped in the back, and they're all around him. Fur will take him down. Kirby will get a kill on Taco, but you have to think it's almost too late at this point. Dupree doing his best, and he does take Cold Zero, but Glaive is so low on health. This would be just a one-man mission for Kirby almost.
Not really much they can do here. The bomb is going to be planted. Crossfire setup as well. It's that triangle of doom. We'll see whether they'll do anything about it. Needs to find this kill. Can't do it. That should be it now. As you said, Glaive 4 HP almost guarantees the situation for SK Gaming. Final kill comes in for Fallen. Lovely strategy there from the Brazilian side. Using the smoke to the start to push the CTs back. They showed presence of banana as well, so they couldn't really get any intel whatsoever toward that side of the map through CT spawn. The same tactic we saw in round number 15 in the previous half as well. That was really cool to watch, and that's the level we're at right now, Anders, is perfectly executed strategies, working together and fragging as a unit. Nothing Device could do about that.
That's such a bold peek from full. I don't think we've almost ever seen that. He actually just goes into the angle that he knows Sip is going to be covering, crouches with the Glock and shoots him in the head twice. That's just some confidence, isn't it? That means SK are right back in this game. They have the money and everything. And Charlotte have invested maybe a bit more than they normally would.
Yeah.
You've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
How they don't really buy the armor normally in the second round.
Yeah, Device and Dupree especially think this is the way the game's going. They're only buying deagles and no armor in these second round kind of ecos against teams like this, and they invest a little bit more. You're right. So body armor comes in. There's an Eagle PT50 and a CZ trying to do what they can. Mac 10's out for Fur and Cold Zero on the UMP himself. We'll see where they can start farming some money here. Only one AK available.
SK are playing this very respectably right now. No reason for anyone to take really any risks. Taco had a really brutal beginning to this Inferno map, and he's been playing well on both of the other maps. So individually for him, it must be hard to sort of take a step back and just have a struggle even finding any kills at all. You see the grenades are starting to be put in a bit here for SK Gaming as they're circling the A bomb side, and not really much Astralis can do on here. They're just locked in. Any second now they're going to get overwhelmed, and no chance to cover so many angles. That's very well executed, honestly, by SK Gaming. They left nothing to chance in this round. And Phelps will find the last one. Nobody goes down on the Brazilian side, and now they're up 9-8 on the final map.
Pretty cool stuff here from SK Gaming. You just think back to the initial sector of that first half. It looked bleak for them. They looked checked out. They weren't holding anything together. Taka was 0 and 6, but they're holding it together now. And Astralis have to be full eco. Well, it should be almost certainly 10-8 here. They're just going to have default pistols here in round number 3. Across the board, not a single dollar invested, Anders. That's kind of indicative as to what kind of place they're in right now. I guess you normally stack a particular side of the map, but looks pretty standard for now. Towards B, 3 on A, and relentless as he just walks into the B site. Didn't say he's aggressive, but could be his downfall here. Gets headshot down to 19 HP.
He's not enjoying that, but does spot out 2 people. That's information to work with. It doesn't really know if there's anyone else there. Instead, they're going to be putting Phelps into it, and does spot out a guy hiding behind the fountain. They probably think there's 3 now, because that's exactly where he was. Coffins, you can see Phelps is still a bit paranoid. They've picked up 2 of the frags, the other 3 on the other side, and this is all good for SK. They're going to go and put the bomb down in B, and at most, maybe Taco could go down here with the UMP. Picks up 2 great frags. I mean, that's some action-packed UMP stuff, but ultimately, Cold Zero will get last kill, and it will be 10 rounds for SK Gaming. Now, Astralis have got to show us what they really have here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was expecting the AWP, the first gun run here for Astralis, but it's going to be Device down to an SMG, surprisingly. So you'd assume as the main AWP, he'd be kind of saving his cash, but he's opted for more utility here and less a weapon, and we'll see what they bring to the table. They have got 1 defuse kit, though. But SK Gaming, this is certainly qualifies as what we call like a bonus round with 2 saved SMGs and all to work with here. And this is one of the rounds as well. We have 2 players unarmored head, so those UMPs are going to be a lot more viable here in round number 19.
Dupree holding the boiler room. We'll move forward just a tiny bit. On the other side, Glaive will pick up the kill. That's a big frag, but Fur, what a nice crouch into the angle. Gets the kill in return, and now Kerbu's moving forward. That could have been very dangerous. Those 2 people down at quad, if they had peeked him at the same time, he would have been gone immediately. This is a much better position. They've got the crossfire set up. Smoke to try and break it up. That's not a bad idea. Sip will get 1 frag there on Fur, and Kerbu taking down Taco, and now it's unraveling for SK Gaming. They're only going to get Glaive killed. What was the problem in that round? Did they just slow down too much?
I'm not really sure. It seemed like they were trying to go for a very quick execute at the start there. That's normally the primary idea behind these sort of rounds. You've got the SMGs as well, focusing on one area, trying to overwhelm it at a fast pace. And it seemed like they lost the first couple of frags. They kind of stifled them slightly, and then the crossfires shutting them down. But still, it's all for naught, because SK, they know they can buy into this round. As long as they got a few kills there, they're absolutely fine. I think they only managed 2 in the end. So not a fantastic result for them, but Zipex has got a nice sort of run boost there as well towards B. He's not going to fully commit to rushing down, but still a chance to do some of this AK-47. Flashbangs coming in, and Device looking to challenge him. Maybe boost it up on the wall.
What?
No.
Oh my God!
That was nowhere near him. The jump, random bullet. Do you like to see that?
Pinch me, Henry. I have no idea if I'm dreaming. That cannot be real.
So just to kind of explain why I was so flabbergasted at that one. When you jump with the AK-47 and fire, you have zero accuracy pretty much. It goes, a wild bullet will go anywhere. And you can see he was aiming nowhere near that player beneath him, but the bullet hits him straight in the head. Very unlucky for Phelps, but brilliant for Zipex, I have to say. 5 and 4, just like that. Almost be tagged up as well, down to 40 HP. And SK looking to strike back after losing the first gun round.
That has to be just one of the dirtiest shots we've seen, I think, all tournament. Somewhere out there, Simple is smiling and nodding and thinking, yeah, that's it. 4 versus 5 right now. I don't know if Phelps realizes how crazy that was. I sort of hope that he doesn't, because that's gonna...
Zipex does really, because he couldn't see the players at all. He had no idea how far away he was actually from aiming at that player.
Unbelievable. 25 seconds here. SK starting to make their way towards the A-bomb site. Let's see if they can change this round. Glaive being forced back and trying to buy time, which SK really don't have a lot of, but Fur again opening up. He's so good at these openings towards the archway side. Heavy down in the pit, he goes down to Cold Zero. They're turning it, they're making it happen. 10 seconds left here. Dupree trying to stay alive. He dropped the bomb as well, continues to spray, but not enough. Taco will take him down the clock.
He might have won.
Did he just have it?
Just
he
about.
does. 2 milliseconds left there. It's now Fur and Taco to hold on against SIP and Device. If they change this round, that might actually spawn the full comeback for SK Gaming. They're right on the edge. Their money is not looking good, and Astralis can feel it too. Creeping in, both of them from the archway side, and Sip with an easy headshot on one. He sees Taco as well. He's going to take him down. What a round from Sipex. 3 kills, and the first one was out of this world.
We're getting there now, Anders. Inferno starting to deliver these crazy rounds, these unexpected events as well. A jumping shot through smoke, of course, on the B side of the map. I'm sure that's what we're going to have a look at. He got the run boost. I got excited about that prospect, but it got even crazier than that. The Molotov dropped, and let's just have a look at this once again. Nowhere near him. Takes Phelps down. It's so rare to see that work out for him. That's so sick, and he comes back and clutches the round as well. What a fantastic round from Zipex. This third kill especially, that's very, very good from him. Taco dropped, and just as it looked like SK was starting to get back into this. 2 rounds in a row for Astralis. Still, bombs being planted for the Brazilian side, so Orps come out once again. 4 AKs as well. Where does he fall? And looking towards a banana. No one feeling comfortable here. All the rounds have been very close, so 1 round given away will force him down to an eco.
Once again, is someone keeping count just of how many openings he's given SK Gaming? When you're on the T side like this, that's worth so much. Even if that's all he does in the round, just 1 kill, he's on 9 health, but he can essentially retire in the round and he will have done it.
Yeah, that's such a huge advantage for the terrorists at this point, because the CTs have to spread themselves thin, hunt for information, try and get frags in return as well. It's a very difficult spot to be in, and Device, you can see this is the reaction, hoping he can maybe slip into the smoke, maybe try and push them back, but he can feel the pressure now. The flashbang means he has to set up the defenses. He'll be on the B side of the map by himself, just trying to buy some time there as well, and he needs to be very careful here, Device.
Yeah, he's the only one who has any chance to hold the B bomb site, so if he goes down, that's it. The whole round is going to be over in a very short time. SK don't know that yet. Instead, they're making their way towards the other side. A lot of grenades being exchanged, and a great flashbang taking down Taco. Is Kirby. That's a really good teamwork, but just with the wrong timing there. Kirby can't get the Molotov off in time, and Glaive almost getting caught to something similar here. Fallen very aggressive onto the bomb site itself. We're down to 24 seconds. Glaive will get the spray on one. He almost follows up on Phelps, but it's still Device, and he can't do anything. SK with an 11th round here. Just a great execute to the bomb site.
Yeah, very, very good stuff indeed. Managing to work the initial pick, the 5-on-4 count.
To the bomb site.
Yeah, very, very good stuff indeed. Managing to work the initial pick, the 5-on-4 comes in. You can see how uncomfortable Astralis were. No information to work with there. Astralis forced to go back towards that B side. Device alone. They come back in towards a hit the shots at account and Fallen with 2 kills there. And they managed to keep 3 players alive as well. Astralis now are going to be feeling the pressure going into round number 22. Money won't be fantastic. They have third stage loss bonus, so it'll be $2,400 on top of about the 1K they have per player right now, maybe a little bit more than that. And Device, we say, is the weapon they can probably force, but then that's do or die type. You force by into that round, you're setting yourself up for a really difficult situation going forward. We'll see what they decide to do. Device will survive, gets an extra $300 as well for that kill with the AK-47. 2 players alive now for SK Gaming. They take the lead once more, 11-10. Looks like we're going the full distance once again, Anders.
Yeah, it's really happening, isn't it? I mean,
this is real CS right now.
This started off, what, 6-1 in favor of Astralis on T side?
Absolutely.
You thought, listen, all right, it's going to be one of those games they just knock it out and they move on and that's it. And SK decided that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they said no. They've denied it. Now they have the lead on the T side. And as we said, Astralis were going to be struggling with round number 22 here. 2 UMPs and rifles to work with. Not too much in terms of grenades, and I'm sure SK are aware. Fallen's got the AWP once again, looking towards Banana. Molotov deployed to stop any pushes coming in. Spam's coming through to stop any apartment pushes coming through. No damage inflicted just yet, but it sends out a message that you have to go back. You're not going any further than that, Kiabi.
Even sitting there is such a risk. I mean, this is something that Astralis were complaining about early when this map got reintroduced, about how easy it is to wallbang all of that. They're still up there and waiting. 2 of their players. Taco is so close, a little bit more angle, and maybe he could hit the shot. And now that the storm is worn off, they're going to be moving forward. This is interesting. This is something we never saw SK do on the CT side.
Banana control obtained by SK. Bomb still down in T-spawn, but they know they've got to work hard for these frags. The crossfire set up here. Does Taco have any idea? Does he know how he can shut this down? A flashbang would be ideal, but it's not a common setup here. Surely Kiabi gets the better of him.
He's ready. They did this against Liquid and it worked. They got both the kills that time. This time, shot in the face and a lot of trouble for Kiabi. He can't transfer it on. And that's a great trade. Now they know they can get to it. Dupree, UMP against the 3 members of SK coming right around the corner. This is a really tough position to be in. He's going to get shot in the back by Cold Zero. Good job waiting for Fallen on the other side. Why would he not do anything else, actually? Sip and Device now. This is a tough retake, but it can be done.
That's just such sick awareness as well from Taco and Fur to work like that in the apartments. Fantastic stuff. This round's not done quite yet, though. Bomb ticking away. Well, apparently it is now. They will be going for the save here. Money is in the bin here for the CT side. They've got nothing to work with. They'll have a full disappearance in terms of the cash. So 1,400 next round, and it's 2 saved weapons.
It isn't worth it. Oh, no.
Oh, we don't like to see that. We hate that. They said, Anders, yesterday, the British public, they do love their chickens. You need to be very careful what you do in front of them.
Someone should do a study into that, I feel like. 12-10 is the scoreline. Somehow.
It's $1,900. That's the second round in a row. So still going to be a weak buy. I love this. They seem to be so aware. This could be a possibility as well. Ducking and weaving around the corners there. Kiabi gets 1, but that's all he can get. And with the flank coming for the outside as well, Astralis were done for in that round. Taco, happy about that situation. Had a really quiet entrance in this game, but he seems to be getting there now. I'm not checking with the scoreboard while we're here. So Fallen, he's going to be a 14 frag, scored 0-15. Actually, it's pretty equal to distribution. 15, 15, 13, 12, and we'll have a look at Glaive. This is the map he seems to drop off on significantly, Anders. We had this earlier in the tournament in Inferno as well. He's in 7 for 17. He had this earlier as well. This seems to be a map he can't frag on like he can on others. Mirage, he was lights out. Inferno seems to be where he struggles the most.
It's really interesting, isn't it? It's hard sometimes to explain exactly why that is. I mean, it's not like he doesn't know the map, but obviously having a bit of a personal dilemma at the moment. Got to point out, I think you're right, though. Taco, I mean, making it back to 12 kills now, considering his start, that's really impressive individually, and obviously a big reason why they're doing much better now. The gap is only 2 rounds. It's really the economy for Astralis that could eventually break them in this semi-finals.
Well, you can see that's going to be illustrated right now, and there's 2 rifles and default weaponry. Dupree, Glaive, and Kiabi up against them now. The rifles presumably working together. Yep, Zipex. Okay, no, he's with Glaive, so he'll be towards Banana, boosted up, I'd imagine, towards the wall position at B. Trying to find that first pick. There it is. Needs to find a frag here. It's a nice idea, but quite common these days.
Yeah, we've even seen Cold Zero pre-firing it earlier in this very game, so they definitely know that that's a possibility. And SK are playing this exactly how you want to see them play it. There's really not much left to chance here. No madness is going on. Some grenades are going to be raining in, forcing Astralis to move back. The 2 most common Molotovs, apart from the first one, that are being thrown to take that top Banana control. Now that they have it, though, where exactly do they want to end up? They've got pretty much everything covered here. And again, Astralis are in the dark.
They do have everything covered, but they haven't worked out what kind of buy they're up against. They know they save weaponry here. They don't have full control of the situation. Just eradicate all the risk at this point. Gain map control slowly. They've got Banana, right? Going towards middle by the looks of things as well. We do have one player in the apartment. That's the Taco challenging Device. That's a key frag to pick up. One of the rifles going down at this. That's big from Taco. And now what's the final play? Time ticking away. You need to be very careful with this point. They're going back towards B. This could be their downfall. That's where Zipex is. So we'll keep our eye on him and see if he can shut down this final commitment. It'll be about 14 seconds when they go in there. There's one player leading the charge. Zipex to follow.
Oh, and he actually picks up the kill, goes for another one. Finally, he gets shot down, and Glaive can't really do much here. 8 seconds left, but that will be the frag. It'll be the 13th round for SK Gaming. I felt like you had to hold your breath then, just because if he picks up one more kill, who knows what can happen.
It was a difficult situation, like we said. SK looking so cagey. That's the point. You're in the third map of a huge best of 3, a massive tournament here. You know they've saved some weaponry. Their stack will be coming in, a slightly different variation of their setup. You need to work out where those guns are. You've done the default. You haven't got much from it, apart from a little bit of map control. One kill coming in, back towards B, 15 seconds. Zipex with the rifle. Like he said, if he gets more than one, if he gets a second frag, maybe there's a chance. Wasn't meant to be. Astrala still feeling the burn, though. Round number 24. They do have a buy. 2 UMPs. 3 rifles lacking in utility. They have to work harder for these picks. Flash is going over. Device knows it. He's going to go for some control here, but there is a gap in that smoke. There's our logs, and this is kind of a problem, right? He needs Zipex to bait him in, but he's only got that UMP as well, so he can't really buy him a lot of time.
I wonder if they heard him, because if they heard him going into that logs position...
They'll be aware of the smoke there. You're going to be checking it. You're not just going to walk past that.
But what if they Molotov it? That's my worry. If I'm Device, I would be a little bit scared for that one. They straight check it. Phelps with an instant headshot. And Sip, you can't really hold back this wave of terrorists coming into the B-bomb site. No chance at all. Glaive, I'm not even sure he should be fighting this like White. Yeah, he's going to be falling back. That makes a lot more sense. SK Gaming moving up to 14 rounds here. Astralis have to concede it.
That would have worked really nicely if SK went for a full commitment towards the B side of the map at the beginning. If they're going for early banana control, you're flashing over with the UMPs, trying to get that first pick, but they got nothing for it. They committed towards logs, and with the UMPs, Zipex can't bait him in. He can't even hold off the frag. Even if he gets one, they're going to be checking logs regardless of that smoke coming down towards T squad. It's unfortunate. Javi might get a couple of frags, but Fallen, my God, that was a nice shot. Takes him down. And it's going to be round number 14 obtained by SK here. The money is in the bin, and they're going to be hunting for frags. Surely SK, their money's looking actually pretty decent. They'll have about 6-7K per player in the next round. So Taco, he knows that. So looking towards second middle here, tentatively at least, between 3 might walk straight. They might not even see each other. This is kind of sick.
Oh no, they're back to back. They were both in that corner.
That's
they were
so funny.
Literally back to back. 25th round here, and this game is all over the place right now.
What? Surely they have to take a timeout here.
I would say yes.
Yeah, there it is. So this is the replay, right? So they know there's a chance he's going to be there. Straight up pre-fire. Phelps dominates him there. Not really much Zipex can do. He's got that SMG, and that's going to be round over. They save a couple of rifles once again.
Oh, man. What a situation here.
This is going to take
14 to 10. I mean, for SK to come back and win this whole best of 3, it only makes sense if you've seen the other 2 maps, but it's been such an incredible struggle for them to get to this point here. But they seem just very consistent right now. All these rounds are very well orchestrated like this. Nothing left a chance. They're using all the utility like they should, and Astralis aren't being given almost any room to play with here.
Resilient, tenacious, whatever you want to call it. SK Gaming arriving here in the semi-final. It looked bleak at times. The first map, they didn't really arrive until it was already over. Second map, they delivered, and 6-1 down in the third. Putting on a show here on the T side. Another weak buy for Astralis. This is what they've got. Phalanxes and UMPs. Slight bit of utility to work with, but it's still not ideal. Falling on the AWP. They've got full control of the situation here.
Oh, is he going to try and flash Glaive in? Yeah, he wants to flash him into second mid. That's actually really good that he gets the kill on Fur, because he was probably had all of his attention focused towards second mid, where Dupree was throwing that grenade for. I like that play. I think I mentioned earlier, but that's an opening frag. The comeback here for Astralis just won't be easy at all, but it's absolutely doable, especially if they can turn the economy around in their favor.
5-4. This is a huge round, obviously, for either side. The fact is, SK Gaming looking for series point, and Astralis is trying to hold on to their money the best they can. They have the advantage for now. CT's setting up the crossfires, playing in that pit and bomb site areas, like we said, gifting mid-control towards the terrorist side, and Molotovs just to flush Glaive out of position there, makes him a little bit weaker. Arch split more than likely here, considering they're going to be wrapping to the bomb site. Nothing a banana whatsoever, so Dupree going to be tested. Can't hit the first shot.
He needed to get that kill. The great follow-up there from Fallen right away. Gonna pick up the AWP, try and see if he can snipe towards the pit. 30 seconds, the rotation is coming in as well from the archway. Once again, Device running with the FAMAS, the bomb. Not quite committed yet, they're still lingering around that side. They know that there's gotta be someone on the bomb side, but in fact, they're both down in the pit, and Device will pick up a great double kill, and that will definitely close it out. The FAMAS is usually a weapon we like to frown upon, Henry, but this time it worked out just fine. And did he get the AWP? I think he stole the AWP, yeah, so 14-11.
His Device, yeah. Perfect time to come out of the arch there. You can't believe his luck. They're lined up, both looking at the side. The time was ticking away. It's understandable for them. 14-11, though, you're absolutely right. Keeping a decent amount of players alive there as well. Astralis not done just yet. Full buy for SK. No AWP this time. SK, I assume something much faster comes in this round. You just want to shut them down as quickly as you can. Change the pace. It's been quite slow the last few rounds. That's what I'd be going for right now. They will be going for some banana control. Just chucking the Molotov, though. As we get into round number 26, we're definitely going to see all 30 rounds. That's going to be happening. I can feel it already. Another epic map here to finish off the semi-final. Towards middle, though, this looks like a set piece. No B presence whatsoever. You see 2 players in the middle, 3 in the apartments. You assume the smokes and flashbangs will come in momentarily. And it's up to Device. Oh, actually, she said Glaive with the AWP. That's an interesting adjustment.
Yes. He's had a tough game, so maybe that's why they're thinking, you know what, we'll try and see if we can get you back into action this way. Some flashbangs are raining in. The jump out from Taco gets one. He can't transfer it on, but still, they're going to crack open the bomb side. It leaves Dupree on here, and the backup is so far away. If SK move up now, they can catch him. He's all alone. He goes for the spray and takes down Cold Zero. A huge defense being put up here by Dupree. He's very low on health, but eventually he's going to fall. But a bit of time here for Device to come in. Leaves it in a one-on-one. Fallen with almost no health at all against Sipex. And it's the AK, not the AWP. This is very, very tough if you're Fallen. How do you know where Sip is? Moving around on one side and trying to see if he can guess the angle. He's going to be actually walking the right way, and this is absolute madness. I don't know if I can handle this, Henry.
This is going to be crazy. I have no idea who wins it. Fallen, I guess, with some sort of advantage now. Not in terms of the HP, but he's lost track of Zipex. Zipex is on the A side of the map. He seems to be reading it, though. You can see he's rotating through middle. So we've got smokes, incendiary, flashbang as well. Good position from Zipex here. The bomb's planted, though. Open plant. Fallen, how does he win this one?
The really big problem is that Molotov. If he doesn't get just a clean headshot here, Sip will deploy the Molotovs and the smokes, and he won't be able to make it through. This is going to be just one headshot to change the course of history. He's actually using them already, so not even trying to bait him out. All the utility gone. That's really interesting from Sip, and he has no idea where Fallen is. Going to be moving into the UMP, and Fallen is waiting. He hasn't heard anyone tapping the bomb yet. Not that much time left. He's going for the full defuse, and he's going to have it in time. Fallen, he had to take a risk, and it will be Astralis picking it up, even getting the kill there. Another round comes in, 14-12, and SK Gaming, I don't think they're panicked yet, but now they know it has to change soon. They have to close this game out before Astralis get too close.
What a round that was. Back and forth as Dupree holding on as strong as he possibly could for the full A defense. It was looking so good there. Zipek takes balls of steel to go for a full defuse against Fallen, but I guess he got the information. He was low HP, took the gamble, eradicated all the risks, assumed he was towards ruins, and it works out for him. We do have a buy available for either side still. Astralis feeling weak considering it keeps going down to these 1v1s. SK Gaming coming to the end of their money as well. This is so exciting at this point. Every round's a tight situation. No one running away with them. UMP for Zipex and lack of utility for SK. There's two polarizing situations.
This is just a bit too tense. The clutches are down to the 1v1s. Round after round, it seems. A bit of a peek in there. And Glaive not challenging. Sip is holding close again with the UMP, and they actually allow Phelps to get all the way in towards CT spawn, and he picks up the first kill. A lot of trouble coming Glaive's way now. The bomb is pretty far back, but still, if he loses the bomb side, and he actually already has, what do you do if you're Astralis here? 4 versus 5, do you really try and go for the retake?
This is such a difficult side to retake, but Dupree might find something. He has to make this kill happen. Now he might not get the chance. Finally takes down Fur. They've got information now, and Glaive's doing damage, and Device, they might just be able to pull this back. It was looking so bleak, but now there's a chance. The bomb's going down. They have the advantage.
A shot through the smoke made a huge difference. You're right, 3 on 4 here. They've got some grenades left, still Fallen.
Oh my gosh.
Scoping at the wrong time. He's not going to hit the shot, and now he has to go back and try and follow it up here. Sees the angle and takes down Glaive, and he's back for more at Banana. And coming up now, it's going to be Dupree walking in with the AK-47. Kjaerbye's down, Fallen, not getting the flick, but he's still doing more. He's trapped and he still gets it. Takes down Dupree, and now Device all alone. One smoke is up, he goes for the spray, can't connect. Cold Sierra gets it. It's 15 rounds for SK Gaming. One more round, Henry, and they will have done it.
My God, Fallen, what in earth was that? That was disgusting with the AWP. You could see how aware he was of the situation, how he was scaring the CTs, was firing shots absolutely everywhere, standing in the open because he'd shown so much presence in a certain position as well. Device, we thought he had it. It was a no-scope through the smoke as well. And Fallen, he saves the round and finds series points here. Oh my God, through the smoke. So sick, Coldzera, to finish the operation there. Oh my God, that could be disastrous now for Astralis. And as I'm looking at the money,
tell me.
You don't want to know about this. I want to spare you.
He's trying to keep me in a good mood. Well, I could have guessed already, Henry. This is really rough. And SK, if they have done the math as well, they're just going to continue like they have already. No risks. Don't give them anything. One UMP and another one Deagle and a couple of pistols.
Surely not. They can't do this, but the way this game has gone so far, they probably will. This isn't done just yet. Astralis, they're going to try and hold on the best they can. 2 UMPs, 3 pistols. It looks desperate, but we'll see what they bring to the table. 3 players towards Banana. These sometimes are the hardest round to pick up. A Fallen, that fast play towards middle. Wants to get the first pick, fires off a shot. Doesn't connect just yet. This should slow down the pace at this point. They'll know that the money's so low for Astralis here. They don't want to give anything away for free. No one can go down without a trade here. That's got to be the objective for SK. Fur, he's been a little bit of a nuisance like that. He likes to run in position by himself. He can't give away a rifle here. Not to the likes of Dupree or Device.
They need a strong opening frag for Astralis. Has to be quick and easy and clean. Has to give them a rifle that they can use later on. Some bait shots coming out from Fallen. Hopes that someone is going to be flashed in. If they throw a flashbang, then looking into the corner there will be Phelps, and they won't be shot. Not going to connect. The grenades are raining in now.
Here we go.
Phelps goes down. Device actually picks up the kill with the UMP, but right through the wall. Fallen will take him down. Very low risk, and that's a very important shot.
They keep it level. SK's fine with that. Every trade they get helps them out. Just going 1 for 1, that's not a problem. They recover the UMP, goes in the hands of Zipex here. Still so much work to do. Deploying another smoke. The one thing they have working their favor around is the time. SK probably either push through this smoke or go back towards A. Neither's a good option at this point. Glaive on the other side of the smoke. It's so tense. What's the next play here from SK? The flashbang comes in. Glaive knows he can do something about this. He has no idea there's 4 players on the other side. Only gets the P250. Dumps everything he's got. Can't find the frag. And that could be it. Zipex now up against it. 10 seconds remaining. UMP to defend.
This is the whole semi-finals riding on this one position. They're right in front of him, the UMP. He gets a spray on one, trying to stop the bomb from going down, not connecting. He's going to go down to Taco instead. And now 2-on-3 for the retake. Dupree coming in with the Deagle, shutting down Fur, and now it's all on Taco. Somehow they bring it right back in Taco. He's got the AK spraying into the corner. He gets the one, and Dupree on the other angle going for a long range. And there it is. SK moving on to the grand finals against FaZe Clan. What a final, what a semi-finals it was.
It felt like a final. Some of the most exciting Counter-Strike we've ever had. It was so much fun to watch. It wasn't the prettiest, but that's what happens when you have 2 behemoths going at it here. The skill level is through the roof. Anyone can make anything happen at any time. SK Gaming, after going 6-1 down on Inferno, managed to do it. It seemed like it was going to be a 2 versus 1 situation for Astralis. They might have done just enough there with the pistols. Apparently not, though. Somehow, the resilience of SK prevails. Oh my God, Anders, that was so exciting. What a finish.
An absolutely miraculous display of strength coming out of SK Gaming. That far down, really, really tough match for them, obviously. They're on the stage clapping it for good reason.
Hey, give it up for SK Gaming, guys. And Astralis as well. Fantastic game of CS play. Just a beautiful display of skill, teamwork, and just amazing excitement generally.
I mean, this is just unbelievable. One of the many really good matchups we have in this game. It's by not the only one, and I can guarantee you that Carrigan on FaZe is going to be ready for SK. For me personally, Carrigan and Fallen are 2 of the best and most sort of intelligent leaders that we have seen. Those 2 go head-to-head. I think it's going to be just pure fire.
I can't wait. This tournament just keeps on delivering.